Hello, Internet. Okay, so in this video, I wanted to show the ins and outs of minimizing on a Mac because I know if you're switching from Windows, there are some differences and it might get a little confusing. Or if, say, you're just a new Mac user and haven't fully looked at all the customization options that are available to you, this video will explain all of them. Now, to start off, I want to explain what minimizing is if you don't quite know the term. It's if you have a window open and you click this little yellow minus sign and it goes into your dock. And this is a very popular feature in Windows. It's probably not as used as much on a Mac, but it still is very helpful. I use the feature all the time. So let's start. There are a couple ways of minimizing the windows. The first way would be to click this little yellow icon. The second way would be to use the key command, Command M, that minimizes the window. And then also, as we can see here, if I go up to Window, one of the options is Minimize. And you can see the Command M right there as the hotkey command. Now, there are a lot of options when minimizing windows that can be found in System Preferences. So I'm going to open that up. And the first one is found in the General category of System Preferences. And if you see here, midway through, there is an option to double-click a Windows title bar to minimize, which if I have that selected and I double-click the gray top part, it will minimize the window, which is, you have to get used to it because I know on Windows, double-clicking that bar makes it a full screen, and it's not a very Mac-esque thing. But if, you're having trouble hitting that little yellow icon, then that's fine. You can set it to double-click the title bar. Okay. Now, if we go back and we go to the dock option in System Preferences, we can see there are two options here for minimizing windows. One is the effect, which you can choose between the Genie effect and scale effect. This is only really matters if you don't prefer the animation. As you can see, the scale effect, the window zooms more, and the Genie, it's more of an animation. So just whichever your preference is there, it's nice to know. I mean, I personally like the Genie effect. It just, it's just nice. Then if you look below, there's this option for minimize windows into the application icon. And I use this all of the time. I like to have this selected just because I don't like all of the windows taking up space on my dock. If I choose to have, like 6 or 7 windows minimized, I want them to be in the application. So if you see here, if I minimize this System Preferences window, it goes into the System Preferences. If I open Safari, I got a new page, and I minimize it, it goes into the application. It doesn't take up space on my dock, which is nice, and I can usually see and remember which applications are open, and they usually end up having a minimized window if it's not right on my desktop. So clicking it opens it back up. Now, there is a couple setbacks, and that would be, let's say I have 2 Safari windows open. So I'm going to open a new window, and I'm going to minimize them both into the application. Now, normally both windows would appear on your dock down here or to the right. And if I minimize these both, the only way for me to get them both open is to right click. So as we see, okay, if I click the icon, it opens the second window that was minimized. If I click the icon again, nothing happens. That second window is just stuck there, and I have to right click it and physically click the window up here to open that second window. And I mean, it doesn't matter if, what web page, if I go to YouTube, let's say, and as you can see here, if I minimize YouTube and the Apple page and I right click it, I can see both windows here, but the one that I minimized last is the one that's going to open, which was the Apple page. And that YouTube page gets stuck. I have to close this Apple window before it'll recognize that, I have a minimized window and it should open it. So, I mean, it's just what you prefer, and you need to play around with it and see how you like your workflow and other things, whether you like using the Command M. But I would like to point out another way of minimizing. It's not minimizing, it's hiding. You can hide an application, and it removes it from your desktop. So let's say we have these windows open again. So we've got our Apple and YouTube page. If I go to, it's Command H. It's not up in your bar, but if you click Command H, it hides that application. So as you can see, the windows went away. I can open up Calendar or System Preferences or whatever. But as you can see, if Command H or right click the application down here and hide, it hides that application. It's no longer visible. But as you can see, let's say, so right now we have System Preferences and Safari hidden. If I click Safari, it will unhide it and my windows will appear. So that's something, I use sometimes. I like to minimize, but if you like to Command H, it's not minimizing it. That way, all of your windows go away, and then all of them will appear when you re-click the icon, or if you Command Tab to the icon, they will all appear. So there's your possibilities for minimizing windows. I hope you liked this video. I hope to bring you some more tips. I'm trying to make some how-to videos for Mac just to put them out there. And thanks for watching. I'll see ya. Bye.